It's sad, but yeah. To continue with that sleep, I was reading the book Why We Sleep by, I forgot the author's name. I forgot, but it's called Why We Sleep. And he says that even in one bad night of sleep, just a shortened night of sleep can bring deleterious effects to your health. So like 1-2 hours off, and your memory can be impaired from the day before, or muscle recovery won't be as optimal as it could be. And this is what I'm on about. Like, I don't want to be doing this rubbish, staying up, having my sleep all over the place. And I believe we need to tell society what is truly important, because they've lost it. They've lost the sight. They don't know what to do, because everyone else is like them. Everyone else is drinking, staying up late, and all their health is gone. It's terrible. Why do you think people can't focus in work? Why do you think
they can't focus at school?
Yeah, or in school. Why do you think there's so many diseases? NHS is packed because people don't take care of themselves. It's an alarming topic that needs to be addressed. It needs to be talked about. It needs to be brought to the surface. Exactly, yeah.
But the thing is, you need people that are willing to make the sacrifice to benefit themselves, and then that's how you get. Because if someone, like all these social media influencers are talking about mental health, but they're not portraying it in a good way, because all they do is they post a Instagram post about, oh yeah, you should follow mental health, or speak up if you feel in trouble. But it's not all about that, is it? Like, obviously you can speak when you're in trouble, and that's
you need to take action.
Yeah, exactly. You need to go outside. You need to like socialise. You need to make sure you're not stuck inside, because you can talk to people while you're stuck inside. You can play video games. You can talk to someone on Discord. You can talk to someone on FaceTime for 4 hours and talk about your problems, but you're still not facing. Let's say my problem. I'm not confident. I can't just sit at home and tell someone that I'm not confident. I can go out and tell someone I'm not confident, but I need to make changes to make sure I am more confident.
You need to go out and practice that confidence. You need to go out and talk to people. The first time you might be a bit shy, you might be anxious, you might be shaken. You've got to accept that. You've got to accept, adapt and overcome, don't you?
Because
you're not going to flip and hide away like some little wimp who's never going to achieve anything. You've got to get uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Discomfort leads to what?
Growth.
Exactly.
And so many people don't want to make that sacrifice. If they do have a problem, maybe they are willing to talk over a little plastic screen, but they're not willing to go out and make the change. It's good to have something not wrong with you, but have a challenge that you need to overcome, because then you go towards what you want to do, your purpose. Because if you have something every day, like at the end of a tunnel, you have something every day you want to complete, and you're going towards that end of the tunnel every day. Maybe you don't reach the end of the tunnel every day, but you get closer and closer and closer, and then once you reach the end of the tunnel, there's another tunnel. And obviously what we always say is that you can't be 100% perfect, and you've got to make sure every day you're getting closer and closer to get into that further tunnel. Obviously you're never going to get to the last tunnel, because no one's ever perfect. Exactly.
Continue.
No, you go.
All right. I was going to say, first of all, society, this generation needs to be educated properly about how devastating but just not taking care of yourself is.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, because it always goes back to this point. Like they maybe the one day they get some spontaneous, like they watch some new video about how they maybe they do have a gym membership. Maybe they go not consistently, but they go once a week maybe, or something like that. And they see this video and they go, oh yeah. They go to the gym and they eat clean for one day, and they see the improvements. They go to bed early, they see the improvements. But then they have these friends, as we like to call them, obviously weak people that they think they're friends, but they're not completely at all. They just want to talk to the person so they can find more stuff to chat behind their back. And then their friend just drags them back down the hole. But that one day they saw the complete effects of it. Like, they went to bed early, the next day they're feeling refreshed, no red eyes, no nothing. Didn't even grab their phone in the morning. They woke up, they had a routine, they followed it, and They got to school on time, they weren't late. Or they got to work on time, they weren't late. And they felt so good. And then as soon as they get into their workplace or their school place, all they hear is people talking absolute crap about each other. No one, and then they keep going on and on and on about other people and how they're worse than them. And then they have this comparison game again.
Yeah.
And they go back down.
Game.
Yeah.
They're trying to feel better than everyone else.
Mm-hmm. When the real thing is, only the person you should be comparing yourself is to yourself. You should not be comparing yourself to other people. And that just goes back to how ruined society is nowadays. It's all that comparison game and that ego game.
People are drinking. It's normalised that drinking to late in the night is fun. It's not though. People know that. People stay up late. They wake up in the morning hungover. And they feel like crap.
Yeah.
People spend hours scrolling on social media. You've got it everywhere. On the bus, everyone's on their phones. People feel comfortable. People feel normal when they're on their phones, scrolling like everyone else, like the sheep in the field.
Yeah, 100%.
But people truly know they missed their stop and they're like, oh crap, where was I?
Yeah.
It's been half an hour.
Yeah.
It felt like 5 minutes just doing this, scrolling on your phone.
I like to say this: the sheep's following everyone's beep, and then as soon as they follow the beep, they all go up the same steep.
Oh,
because they all follow one person, and then they keep that one person follows another person, just this chain, right? And then they see this guy at the top, the social media influencer. Now you see them all running up the top.
Yeah.
They're all running to that social media influencer. Realistically, they're not going to the top; they're going to the bottom. You got to think about it. Like it's not an upward steep; it's a downward steep. But then there's some people that realise halfway through they're actually doing something wrong, and then maybe that self-actualisation, and they're like, oh, maybe I actually need to do something, and they work their way backwards, and then they get to the starting point again, and then maybe they watch Hamza, they watch High Score GT, and they try and get their life back on track, but then always goes back to that thing that you got to get rid of your so-called friends and actually make true friends, because true friends, well, they don't drag people down, they push each other.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the one reason with society, they think they have so many friends but they don't.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, that is spot on.
Because if everyone in society had 1, 2, 3 true friends, everyone will be pushing themselves to the greatest, but they're all pushing themselves down. There's no way they're going to go up.
Yeah, that is so true. They're pushing themselves down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a topic we'll talk about in another video. That's a half an hour chat.
That is a beautiful chat.